Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with the Millennial. I'm the Millennial Javeda Bay, and this is my bed, and it is our last Monday of Kinktober, which is like so sad because y'all know how much I love all things kink and BDSM. But it's exciting because it means we got a whole new month of all new content. But before we get there, we gonna finish what we started. And today I just want to talk about some kinks that you may not know, but might be interested in trying because what else would I be talking about? Like, we're ending the month. I want to end on a big bang. So let's get into it. There are 5 specific kinks that I'm going to talk about today, just to give you something to think about, something to consider, maybe try out throughout this week or the weekend, whatever it might be. But the first one is oralism, and this is actually a kink where you are aroused by sounds. So oralism is when you're turned on by sounds, and yes, that includes the sounds that you hear like outside, like rainfall, but it also includes the things that happen, especially like during fun time. So that means that you could be turned on by your partner like moaning or groaning in your ear. Also just like the sounds that the body makes during activities, you know, that mac and cheese sound, that can be super arousing. It can also be things like the music that you have on in the background. So if you have a really hot playlist that every time it turns on, you're like, oh my goodness, I want to do some dirty stuff. That's a part of oralism. It can also just be listening to like audio erotica, or even someone just saying your name in a super sexy way. Like, just imagine it. Someone leans in ever so sexually to your ear, and then they just whisper your name with like the strongest, like, arousing, right? Yeah, so that's oralism. Definitely a kink that I think more people should explore and talk about. Also because, in my personal opinion, I think it encourages more vocalness during partnered activity, which if you are not aware of, I'm a strong supporter of. Like, I truly believe that everybody needs to be more vocal in the bedroom. So exploring oralism might give you the confidence to be a little bit more vocal. The next kink that I don't think many people know about, but I think a lot of people would be interested in, is canoptropophilia. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but this is what it's spelled like. And it basically means sexual arousal from watching yourself or you and your partner engage in sexual activity in a mirror or other reflective surfaces. So, you know those like Airbnbs that are like mirrors like everywhere? Like, going and having fun in one of those types of places is definitely like, it falls under that kink. And you might be like, how would I even explore this kink? Like, who's got mirrors like that? Totally fair and understandable. You don't actually have to have like a crap ton of mirrors in your home to explore this. You really just need one. So if you have a nice like floor length or full body length mirror that you can like move around, you can prop it up so that way you have a better view in terms of like wherever you're deciding to play, be it the bedroom, or if you just want to like be on the floor nice and comfy, or on your couch, like being able to move around the mirror so that way you have a line of view while you're doing what you want to do is a great way for you to actually like play around with this and see how it is. Also, it can be really fun, especially for like solo play, due to the fact that like you might be like, I need something to get me aroused. Why not let you get you aroused? Like, actually being able to like watch yourself, like maybe you'll be giving yourself those bedroom eyes. Like, just think about it. Like, I promise you, just think about it, okay? So the next kink is actually a primal kink. And so basically this is where you just throw away all like human instinct in terms of like how we've been socialized as human beings, and you really lean into the animalistic side of being a sexual being. So depending on how you engage in it, if you're playing with a partner, you can have it where you have like a prey and a predator way of engaging in like a primal kink. So the predator is like obviously like on the hunt for their prey, or you can keep it nice and simple and you're just actually letting go and like letting the animalistic nature come out in you, meaning that instead of it being moans and groans, you're letting out those deep growls and purrs and things of that nature. That is a part of the primal kink. So lots of ways to like engage with it. You can do whatever feels good for you, but sometimes we just need to let go and stop being like the rigid person that we're supposed to be and just let everything happen the way it naturally would if we weren't, you know, socialized as like bipedal animals, you know? The next kink is tetrophilia, and I always include this one during Kinktober, especially as we get close to Halloween, because it's a monster kink. I'm like censoring myself because I don't want to. We're getting close on these little like flags, so I gotta be mindful. But it's basically if you are someone that gets aroused by like monster movies and you're like, you know what? If they walked in the door right now, I'd be game for it. That is tetrophilia. And I support it. I love it. Another way of engaging with tetrophilia is with like monster creature dildos. There are a whole lot of them available out there. If you like, Javea, I need some Rex, shoot me a message and I will send you some. But that's a great way of exploring it by yourself or with a partner. Or even just like allowing Halloween to be the way you explore it and someone's dressed up as a monster, be it Frankenstein or Freddy Krueger, whoever it might be, and y'all just get to have some fun in that way. But if you're like, monsters are hot, I would do some fun stuff with some monsters. You may or may not, more than likely do, have a tetrophilia kink, which I absolutely love and support, and you're not alone, okay? But yeah, tetrophilia, definitely one that you can like really lean into during Halloween time because costumes galore, monsters galore. You could even just explore by like putting on like a scary monster movie in the background while you have fun stuff, fun time, and see what happens. And the last kink that I want to like share, encourage, I don't know how to describe it, but like the last kink is wax play. You know, I'd be like, Javea, I know exactly what wax play is. I'm happy to hear that. The reason I encourage it is because for a lot of folks trying to find different ways to engage in like sensation play, so something that doesn't like necessarily have to be like to the extreme of like kink and BDSM of like, ooh, you're being flogged on like a St. Andrew's cross, but also not like so basic beginner level that you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, of course. But you're looking for something that's a little bit more, but like not too overwhelming. Wax play is my recommendation because one, it's like a super sensual activity. Like you're pouring hot wax on somebody. Two, it's a way of engaging with temperature play that's not just like putting something in a bowl of ice and things of that nature. But three, it's also a great solo activity. Like you don't have to do wax play with a partner. You can do wax play all by yourself. But it is important to know that if you're trying to do wax play, you need to make sure you're getting wax play candles because the regular candles that you be buying from like Target and Walmart are not made for that. They will burn you. But wax play candles burn at a lower temperature so that the wax itself is not going to burn you. So you want to get those specifically. I love Agreeable Agonies wax play candles. And if you go to this link and use this code, then you can save some money on purchasing your own. And they have a wide variety of them, but they also look really cute because they come in like a little teacup glass. So it like doesn't look conspicuous if you like leave it out. But yeah, wax play is a great one if you're somebody that's like, I know I'm into kink and BDSM. I know I'm not advanced, but I also know that I'm not like really baby beginner, but I want to do something a little bit more. Wax play. It's my recommendation. But yeah, I hope that it's been a great Kinktober for you and that you have learned a lot, explored a lot, and just had some great conversations with your partners, your friends, whoever it might be. But I hope that this was a good Kinktober for you. And I hope you're excited for next month because it's going to be a good time. And I'm just diving into conversations happening on the internet right now about things related to sex because, ooh, baby, there's some stuff out there and I'm just like, how are we still talking? How are we still saying this? But regardless, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because hello, next month, new content, we still going strong. Also, make sure that you are following me on all the social media platforms because again, different content on everything. And definitely make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter because if something goes wrong and I get booted off of any platform, that's the easiest way for me to stay in contact with everybody to let y'all know what's happening, what's the new game plans, and social media ain't the way to be. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna see y'all later. Deuces.